I received this one message on my WhatsApp and it says, um, okay, I think it said good morning earlier. I just changed my Peugeot 307 EW10J4 engine in Kaduna and the mechanic put was 5,000 oil, sir. I just wanted your advice because I'm supposed to drive the car to Abuja today. And again, the complete engine came with its own timing belt. How far can I go before I change it? And again, the complete engine came with its own timing belt. Okay, it's just a repetition. The complete engine came with its own timing belt. How far can I go before I change it? Um. Okay. For the start, you said the put was 5,000 in your newly replaced engine, the one you just put. What it means is you just signed a death warrant on that engine. Yes. The new engine you just put in that vehicle, you just started killing it the very first day. The very first day you entered your vehicle. Come on, guys. I mean, why do you even keep doing this over and over? What do you even think that killed the previous engine, the one you just replaced? Abuse. And you just started the very first time to abuse the same engine. It's not, don't say your mechanic. No, he did it with your, if he didn't want him to put was 5,000, how will he put it? Did you give him money to put was 9,000 and he went above for 5,000 instead? So it's not like you are pushing the blame to as if it's the mechanic's fault. It's not the mechanic's fault. You chose that. Unless you asked him to buy was 9,000 and he chose and went and put was 5,000 maybe to cheat you and take some of the money remaining, then that is a different thing. But if you took his advice to put for 5,000 and you gave him go ahead, or you are the one that instructed him to go and buy the for 5,000, or you are the one that actually even make that purchase, then you are the one, no matter what. So it doesn't matter the way it's still your responsibility. So whatever comes out of it is still your blame. It's your vehicle. So don't shift the blame to the mechanic. You are the one killing the engine. The very first time, I mean, I used to say, people think I'm exaggerating. The very first time you laid your hands on that engine, you started killing it right there. Come on. 20w-50 is not recommended for EW10J4 engine in any way, shape, or form. Just go and drain it now that you're not taking it for a long distance. Drain it out completely and put was 9,000. At least, since you've not used it too long, it's not going to, when you put 9,000, the synthetic one, it may not have any effect on the oil cells. Or if it does, then you have to change them later on because you caused it. You know, I'm not going to sweeten my words to please anybody. I'm just telling you right away so that other people will also learn from it. At least now you're able to stop it on time by contacting me to ask me this question. If you have taken it for that long trip, it probably may not be able to save that engine anymore. So you cut it on time, deal with it immediately. The second one, it said just complete engine. The complete engine came with its own timing belt. How far can I go before I change it? No, it has nothing like how far can I go. Ask anybody that have replaced his engine for. I don't recommend. In fact, it's one of the things I even add. I add it as cost of purchasing the engine. The timing belt. Most times, even complete timing kit. But sometimes I only put the timing belt at least to rule out at everything to check. Then later on, he can now change the complete kit. But if he has the money, he can change everything. But I do not use timing belt on an old engine. Tokunbo engine is an old engine. Fully used engine is old engine. So don't make it sound as if it's a new engine. No, it's old engine. And you don't know how long the user have used the vehicle before it was the vehicle was scrapped and the engine was moved to Nigeria before you purchased it. All those duration, the time it took for before that car, when the engine was removed from the original car it was in, and before it got into your car, and probably the mileage the previous user used the engine before the engine was removed from that vehicle was probably past the duration that Pojo recommended. So meaning that it could even cut this very first day you put the engine in your vehicle. It's a belt. Belt is a rubber, just like tire. Once it expires, it's just a timing bulb ticking. You just cut anytime you want. It doesn't matter how it looks. So I always change the timing belt. I'll tell the user, if the person insists that he cannot afford, I'll tell you whatever happens to that engine is on you. Even if I make the purchase of that engine for that person and I put it and I install and I advise the person, change this belt. In fact, I even change the belt while the engine is still on ground, not even before we mount it. While the engine is still on ground, that's when I even change the belt before I drop the engine. Even if there's a fault with that engine after dropping inside the vehicle, yeah, I'll still remove it before I return the engine until I get a very good engine. So it doesn't mean, what if the engine doesn't work? No, if it doesn't work, you return it, put back the belt the engine came with, and keep it's still a new belt, depending where you get one that works. But trying to use an old belt, because they call it Tokumbo engine, as if it's a brand new engine. Even if it's let me tell you, even if it's a brand new engine, let's assume you find a brand new EW10J4 engine today. I will still remove that belt because that engine was produced like 10 years ago. It started using EW10J4 engine as early as 1999. So if it was produced in 1999 or 2000, how many years from then till now? You think that belt in that engine will still be good, whether it was used or not? So remove it, go and change it and put the original new belt. And my advice also, change the timing, the entire timing kit, like with apart from the timing belt, you also replace the timing roller and the timing tensioner, including the tensioner, the auxiliary belt roller, and auxiliary belt tensioner. Because any of these things, if they fail, they will still damage your engine, whether it's timing belt or not. If your auxiliary belt cut, it will go in and damage your engine. Same thing, if your roller is weak, it will damage the belt. The belt will also go and damage your engine. The same thing with the tensioner. If any of them is weak. But I can understand that when people purchase engine, they may not have enough money to replace all those things. But at least start with the belt. Then later you work your way up and change the remaining timing kit. So it's not just the timing belt I will advise you to change. Even the auxiliary belt, get rid of these two parts. Go and buy original ones and put. It's like vehicle, tires, vehicle tires. If you buy a brand new tire, mount it on a vehicle, drive it for a day or two, and park the vehicle for the next 4 years, how do you think that tire will still be? You think it's still going to be new because you just use it a day, so it's supposed to be still new tire. While it's sitting on the ground for 4 years, it's going to deteriorate. In fact, it will even be worse than the one that was being used from that very first day. The one that even used 6 years will even be better than one that you use only a day and pack it for the next 4 years. That's how rubber works. So if I were you, I would change the both auxiliary belt, no matter how good they look. Replace both the auxiliary belt and the timing belt with the original new ones before you set out for that journey. Otherwise, you may end up losing that engine before you even get to Abuja. Or even when you get to Abuja, within few days or something, the engine will go. Your timing may cut, your auxiliary may cut and go in, and the timing will jump and damage the valves. And sometimes, where it may not even damage only the valve, it will damage the engine head, the cylinder head. So don't say I didn't warn you. If it happens, you brought it upon yourself. But at least it's not late. You did a wise thing by asking somebody to understand these things, that see these things happen to people over and over. And most times, people don't even know why it's happening. They just keep doing the same thing and expecting that different result. So I'm telling you, deal with it now before you set out on a journey. That's the best I can tell you. Go and get rid of that was 5,000 20w-50. and put plus 9000 5W40. That is the only total oil recommended for EW10J4 that is available in Nigeria. Even that plus 7000 available in Nigeria is not even recommended for EW10J4 engine. So if you want your engine to last for you in Nigeria, for now, stick to plus 9000 5W40. If your engine is already weak and burning oil, shorting oil, blowing blue smoke everywhere, there's no point using the synthetic plus 9000. It's already dead. So you can as well use 20w-50 to reduce the oil consumption, pending when the engine, because eventually you're going to knock, going to fail completely. It's just a question of time. But with that 20w-50, it will still reduce the oil consumption while you prepare or save up to buy another engine. So that's my advice.